and welcome to Cooking with Saucebox. We have our More Chimichurri sauce that we're using in a chicken and rice dish today that nobody will be complaining about. I have 1 chicken breast that I've cut up into chunks, a cup of rice, a half of a yellow onion that I've thinly sliced. You have an option to mince. I have a half a cup of frozen peas and 2 Roma tomatoes that are cut up in chunks. I'm gonna show you how to put this all together and you guys are gonna love this meal. Let's start cooking our chicken. We're gonna start with a tablespoon of olive oil. Heat that up on medium high. And after this gets heated, we're gonna cook our chicken. I can always tell when my pan is ready of hot oil because it slides around really easy on the pan. So let's get our chicken in. Make sure to salt your chicken. Salt is all about layering when you're cooking. You're creating layers of flavor. Flavored chicken, check. You're gonna cook your chicken for a couple minutes. You're gonna start to see it turn white on the side. Give it a stir. Then we're gonna be adding in our onions. If you have any loaded garlic and herb butter or any cowboy butter, this would be a really good spot to use it. Your chicken is gonna take on the flavor of the garlic and all the fresh herbs with the shallot. You're cooking on a medium so you won't burn the garlic. And then the chicken will absorb all those beautiful flakes of herbs too. Okay, I'm gonna throw in my onion now, and you wanna cook that with your chicken for about 2 minutes. It's gonna soften the onion, it'll make it translucent, but then the chicken will also get that flavor as well. You can start to smell the onions cooking out, and you get that really yummy flavor from that. Really wish I would have used Saucebox butter with this because then you'll get the garlic smell and the herbs, but it's going to be equally as delicious. You can see the onions are turning a little translucent. They're not that stark white anymore. So now we're going to add in our tomatoes. Such a pretty color. I love adding color to my dishes. I like to look at things and see all these different textures and colors. So beautiful. You first eat with your eyes. I'm gonna stir it in a little bit. Make sure the tomatoes are getting down to the bottom as well. We want them cooked. You're gonna cook now with the tomatoes in here for about another 2 minutes. You're gonna start to see the tomatoes burst and cook and break down, and that's when you're ready to add in the rest. What I like about this meal is I get to cook everything in one pot. Who doesn't love an easy cleanup? Okay, this is beautiful. The chicken is golden brown on the outside. The tomatoes have broken down and cooked and stewed. The onions have already become translucent, so this is the perfect time to add in the rest of our stuff. So we're gonna add in our half a cup of frozen peas. It's gonna add another layer of really pretty color to add that pop of green, bright green too. We're going to add in our uncooked rice, our water. Do you hear how it calmed down? It's like after putting the kids to bed. This is a really important step, so do not skip this. We're gonna add another layer of flavoring. Remember, salt is all about the layers. So we're adding another layer right here. If you used an option for the Saucebox butter, you'll also see that here in the water. The rice is gonna soak up all that flavor. It's gonna be gorgeous. We have all of our ingredients in, and you can see that the water is starting to boil, which is exactly what you want it to do. You want this to boil. Put a lid on. Turn down the heat to medium, low, because then you just want to simmer it. So now we're gonna let the rice cook. We're gonna let this simmer for 15 minutes. Then when it's all done, we'll let it cool down. We'll add our chimichurri sauce and make all the rest of the magic happen. I'll see you in 15. I just heard our timer go off, so let's take a peek and see what it looks like. Immediately I can see that all the water that we poured in is soaked in. I can see that the rice is fluffy, so this is exactly what I wanted. I'm gonna taste the rice just a little bit. Ooh, it's perfect. Okay. This is an important step. We do not want to over stir this rice. We don't want it to become mushy. Now that everything's all stirred, we're gonna add our chimichurri. Cue the heavenly sounds. We're going 1 cup chimichurri. Gorgeous. This is gonna be amazing. Okay, before I stir, because I don't want to stir it too much, I'm going to layer 1 more with salt. Da-da-da-da. Okay, let's give it a mix. All those beautiful herbs gonna come together. The protein, the chicken, the tomato is giving it a really beautiful red sprinkle. The peas, ooh, you guys, I can smell the chimi. I can smell the fresh lime in it. I can smell all the fresh herbs. This is coming together so pretty. This is such an elevated meal, and how easy. All you had to do was throw everything into one pot. You're making your chicken already. You threw in some produce, and now you have some chimi to go with it. The chimi did all of the work. That's where you're getting all of your flavor. Let's see what it tastes like. I have a lot of kids, a really big family to cook for. I love that all of this, so there's 6 of us, this whole pot would be enough for all of us. So if you have a smaller family, leftovers. Here it is, our absolutely beautiful plain Jane chicken and rice that we amplified by adding just some onion, peas, and tomatoes, and then we stirred in our More Chimichurri. You have to smell this before you eat it. It is so good. You instantly get that smell of the garlic. It is so yummy. Okay, let's take a taste and see what it looks like. Look at that, you have your onion, you have your tomato, all of the color. I love when you use the fresh chimichurri, how it leaves all the leftover herb. It's just beautiful. Oh my gosh. Whoa, so good. You gotta hit it with the salt at the end with that last layer. It'll draw out all the flavors in this dish. This is so good. The rice soaked in all of that flavor from the onion, the tomato. It's so good. The chicken is cooked perfectly. The rice is fluffy. This has such great color and texture and flavor. I think you guys are going to love this dish. This is definitely gonna be in your weekly rotation. Enjoy. Let me know what you think of this recipe.